We're in Cambridge for the 6th Annual Technology Ventures Conference, where a group of extremely intelligent people are coming together and discussing the impact that technology is having on our lives.
Some of the world's greatest ideas emerged daily from labs around this campus, but surprisingly, most students, like myself less than 2 years ago, have no clue how to translate their lab results into tangible innovations. On this note, I think it is important to note that we still have some work to do in supporting the students who decide to engage in entrepreneurial activities like Cutec in addition to their normal academic work.
It's about getting entrepreneurs and venture capitalists together with academics and people from the university and students.
Well, from this morning's session, people who have a heart, have a passion for using technologies, not just for the sake of building technologies, but for a social purpose.
So poor countries experience opposite of what helped Europe. Instead of devolution of authorities, we had empowerment of governments, empowerment of authorities, because they were funded from abroad. And as a result, citizens were marginalized.
It's an amazing group of people, obviously bloody intelligent, very motivated, very entrepreneurial, really know their stuff. Some great questions from the crowd about data identity and so on. And the fact that they managed to get a panel of such great people, not including myself obviously, but from LinkedIn and from Salesforce and from VP of Google is testament to the quality of the event.
And I think it's a really good conference in order to, draw inspiration and see what are the trends and what are the ideas around, and also to network with people.
Primarily actually because I'm quite interested in new technology and all of the startups in the industry around that, but also to connect with entrepreneurs such as myself.
So many interesting talks, and I'm very interested for the environment and developing new products that are friendly for the environment.
Came to experience the speakers and to understand a bit more about some of the areas that have been talked about, especially the human genome, and meet some more new people.
I came to network with people, to share ideas and probably get investors interested in what we are doing.
I think it's just good to see like-minded people are actually doing it, people with proven track record in actually making a difference, and sort of saying, okay, I'm a small company now, but how do I plug into this? How do I suppose, increase the size and outreach of what we're trying to achieve ourselves?
Because I'm very interested in technology and entrepreneurship, and I wanted to meet like-minded people and also to hear what people are up to.
Well, we do have to think that real-time search is very important, and I don't think we have any intention of competing with particular companies in this space, but that said, our approach of usually aggregating all the different types of information and making it searchable is something we would be interested in.
We develop a technology to automate the process of character animation. So the kind of things that you see in games and animation toolkits, typically it's done by hand to produce that animation. It's very timely, it takes a lot of time, it's very expensive. We have a technology that can reduce the cost of that by a factor of 100.
You do your genome once. At the moment, very little can be understood about it. Just a few rare diseases with any confidence. But our collective understanding of that, being able to interpret everybody's genome, will improve over time.
So the top body is there, it's covered in the black silicon solar cells. They provide all the energy for the car. It does have batteries inside it which store the energy, and on the batteries alone, if we had a full charge, that could do about 150 miles an hour.
Just some of the developments about the human genome and the potential for the growth in the area, but also some of the problems that they're coming up against and how complicated it still is at the moment.
I've actually learnt a lot about sustainable development. I've just come from that workshop, or the panel, and it's got me thinking about how perhaps I could integrate my society with some things that they're saying.
I believe my favorite part is yet to come, about web semantics. That's my real interest.
The sustainable development using ICT. I already do an IT-based degree at Warwick, so that's really it's really interesting that we can apply these technologies to help the developing world.
Let's start at the macro level of 800 years. This year marks the 800th anniversary of Cambridge University, 800 years of academic excellence, which have brought us some of the biggest breakthroughs in human knowledge and understanding.
People were talking about how people are engaging on the internet, and they talk about internet community and how people interact, and also co-production between users to corporates. So it was very interesting.
I really enjoyed the panel this morning because they were talking about the developing world and not just technology but also the social side.
So it was a panel on pervasive web, which was discussing the impact of having internet devices being netbooks, iPhones, smartphones, as well as kind of laptops and desktops.
This speaker who created this huge mobile phone company, and he's helping also lots of people becoming wealthier and having better life.
IT for sustainable development, that was really interesting. It's kind of opened my eyes a bit, I think.
We don't need to wait for politicians to fix these countries. Engineers and entrepreneurs are the key. They can produce technologies that empower people, and then people make the difference. Empowered people give rise to democracy and capitalism.